Stop scrolling right now because what I'm about to tell you could literally be happening to you this very moment, and you have absolutely no idea. Right now, there's probably a woman in your life, someone you text, someone you see regularly, maybe someone you work with or hang out with, who is genuinely attracted to you and showing you in ways you're completely missing. She's not going to tell you directly. She's not going to make it obvious. In fact, she's probably being incredibly subtle about it because that's how real attraction actually works. But while you think she's just being friendly, she's actually communicating her interest through specific behaviors that most guys never learn to recognize. Here's what's going to blow your mind. Women who are genuinely attracted to someone don't act the way you think they do. They don't become more obvious or direct. They actually become more subtle, more strategic, and more careful because real attraction feels risky to express. When a woman is truly attracted to you, not just being polite, but experiencing genuine romantic and physical interest, her behavior changes in very specific ways. You've probably been missing these signals completely. You might think she's just being nice, or maybe you've convinced yourself she's not interested because she hasn't made some grand gesture or explicit declaration. But what if I told you that her subtle behavior is actually the strongest sign that her attraction is real and intense? See, when women have casual or superficial interest in a guy, they're often more obvious about it. They'll flirt openly, make jokes about attraction, or give clear signals. But when they're genuinely attracted to someone, everything becomes more nuanced. They express their interest through subtle cues because authentic attraction feels more vulnerable to reveal. Today, I'm going to reveal 5 subtle ways that women show they're attracted to you. Ways that are happening right under your nose, but that you've probably been interpreting as just friendly behavior. These aren't the obvious signs everyone talks about. These are the sophisticated, understated signals that indicate genuine attraction and romantic interest. And here's the crazy part. If you recognize even 3 of these behaviors in someone's interactions with you, she's probably been attracted to you for longer than you realize. She might have been hoping you'd pick up on her subtle cues, wondering why you haven't made a move and getting frustrated that you're not recognizing what she's been showing you. Pay attention, because once you understand these subtle signs, you'll never miss them again. And more importantly, you'll finally understand the difference between polite friendliness and genuine attraction. Way 1. She creates opportunities for physical proximity. This first way is incredibly subtle, but reveals everything about her attraction level. When a woman is attracted to you, she doesn't just happen to end up near you. She unconsciously and sometimes consciously creates opportunities to be in your physical space, because attraction naturally draws people closer together. You might notice that she finds reasons to sit next to you when there are other open seats available. She might position herself where she'll naturally cross paths with you, or she might linger in spaces where you tend to be. But here's what most guys miss. She also finds subtle excuses for brief physical contact that feels natural but is actually intentional. This shows up in ways that seem innocent but are actually significant. She might touch your arm when she's laughing at something you said, brush against you when passing by, or find reasons to hand you things that require your hands to touch briefly. These aren't accidents. They're subtle ways of creating connection through physical proximity. But here's the key difference between friendly behavior and attraction. When she's attracted to you, these moments of proximity feel charged with a different energy. She might linger just a little longer in your personal space, or you might notice that she seems more aware of the physical distance between you than she is with other people. The psychology here is that attraction creates a natural magnetism towards someone. When women are genuinely attracted, they want to be physically closer because proximity feels good and creates opportunities for more intimate interaction. She's not being inappropriate. She's following natural attraction instincts. You'll also notice that she seems more comfortable in your personal space than most people would be, and she doesn't create distance when you move closer to her. This comfort with proximity is a clear indicator that she's attracted to you and enjoys your physical presence. Way 2. Her voice and communication style changes with you. This way is subtle but incredibly revealing once you know what to listen for. When a woman is attracted to you, her voice, her tone, and her entire communication style shifts when she's talking to you compared to how she communicates with everyone else. Attraction changes how we express ourselves, often in ways we're not even conscious of. You might notice that her voice becomes softer, more melodic, or more expressive when she's talking to you. She might speak more slowly, use more varied intonation, or seem to put more thought into how she phrases things. But here's what most guys miss. She also becomes more engaged and animated in conversations with you than she is with other people. This shows up in ways that might surprise you. She might ask more follow-up questions, seem more interested in your responses, or continue conversations longer than necessary. Her whole communication style becomes more invested because attraction makes us want to connect more deeply with the person we're drawn to. But here's the key indicator. When she's attracted to you, she doesn't just hear what you're saying. She listens to how you're saying it, remembers the details, and responds in ways that show she's genuinely engaged. Her communication becomes more personal and more focused because you've become someone whose words matter to her. The psychology behind this is that attraction makes us more attentive to the person we're interested in. When women are attracted to someone, they naturally become more invested in communication because they want to understand and connect with that person on a deeper level. You might also notice that she remembers things from previous conversations better than most people do, or that she brings up topics you've discussed before. This happens because when someone is attracted to you, your conversations become more memorable and significant to them. Way 3, she shows genuine curiosity about your personal life. Here's a way that's incredibly subtle but reveals deep attraction. When a woman is attracted to you, she doesn't just make small talk. She becomes genuinely curious about who you are as a person, what makes you tick, and what your life is really like beyond the surface level interactions you normally have. You might notice that she asks questions that go deeper than typical conversation. Instead of just asking how your weekend was, she might ask what you like to do for fun, what you're passionate about, or what your goals are. But here's what reveals her attraction. She asks these questions because she's genuinely interested in understanding you, not just filling conversation time. This shows up in ways that might seem like normal friendship, but are actually indicators of romantic interest. She might ask about your family, your background, your opinions on things that matter to you, or your experiences in ways that show she wants to understand your personality and your values. But here's the key difference between friendly curiosity and attraction-based interest. When she's attracted to you, she remembers and follows up on the personal information you share. She might ask how that thing you were working on turned out, or reference something you told her about your life weeks later. The psychology here is that attraction creates a desire to understand someone completely. When women are genuinely attracted, they become invested in learning about the person they're drawn to because understanding you feels important and valuable to them. You'll also notice that she shares more personal information about herself with you than she typically does with others. This reciprocal sharing happens because attraction creates a desire for mutual understanding and deeper connection. Way 4, she mirrors your energy and behavior patterns. This way is incredibly subtle and often completely unconscious, but it's one of the strongest indicators of attraction. When a woman is attracted to you, she naturally begins to mirror your energy, your mannerisms, and even your speech patterns, because attraction creates an unconscious desire to be in harmony with the person you're drawn to. You might notice that she adopts similar body language when you're talking, leans in when you lean in, or becomes more animated when you're being expressive. She might start using phrases you use, laughing at similar things, or showing interest in topics you're passionate about. But here's what most guys miss. This mirroring happens automatically when someone is attracted to you. This shows up in ways that seem coincidental but are actually significant. She might order similar drinks to you, express interest in activities you enjoy, or even start dressing in ways that complement your style. This isn't copying, it's unconscious attraction creating behavioral harmony. But here's the key indicator. When she's attracted to you, this mirroring feels natural and effortless, not forced or obvious. She's not consciously trying to imitate you. She's unconsciously syncing with your energy because attraction creates a desire for connection and compatibility. The psychology behind this is that attraction makes us want to be in harmony with the person we're interested in. Mirroring is a natural human behavior that indicates comfort, interest, and a desire for connection. When women are attracted to someone, this mirroring becomes more pronounced. You'll also notice that she seems to match your communication style, your pace of conversation, and even your mood. If you're relaxed, she relaxes. If you're excited about something, she becomes more enthusiastic. This emotional mirroring is a strong sign of attraction and interest. Way 5. She makes herself available and prioritizes your interactions. This final way is subtle but incredibly meaningful. When a woman is attracted to you, she doesn't just respond when you reach out. She makes herself available for interactions with you and subtly prioritizes time and attention for you over other options she might have. You might notice that she responds to your messages quickly, seems to have time for conversations with you even when she's busy, or makes effort to see you when opportunities arise. But here's what reveals her attraction. She doesn't just make time for you, she seems genuinely happy and energized when those interactions happen. This shows up in ways that might seem like good friendship, but actually indicate romantic interest. She might adjust her schedule to accommodate plans with you, remember and follow through on things you've discussed, or make extra effort to maintain regular contact even when life gets busy. But here's the key difference between friendly availability and attraction-based prioritizing. When she's attracted to you, interactions with you seem to energize her rather than drain her. She doesn't treat time with you like an obligation. She treats it like something she genuinely looks forward to and values. The psychology here is that attraction makes us want to invest time and energy in the person we're interested in. When women are genuinely attracted, spending time with that person feels rewarding and worthwhile, so they naturally prioritize those interactions. You'll also notice that she seems disappointed when plans with you fall through, or that she suggests alternative times when she can't make something work. This happens because when someone is attracted to you, missing opportunities to interact feels like a genuine loss. The psychology behind a subtle attraction. Understanding why women express attraction subtly requires recognizing that genuine romantic interest often feels vulnerable to express directly. Subtle signals allow women to communicate their interest while maintaining some emotional protection and the ability to retreat if the interest isn't reciprocated. Subtle attraction signals also serve as a filtering mechanism. Women who are genuinely interested want to know that you're emotionally intelligent enough to pick up on nuanced communication and confident enough to respond appropriately to indirect signals. When attraction is real and meaningful, the subtle approach allows for a more natural development of connection, without the pressure and potential awkwardness of explicit declarations that might feel premature or overwhelming. What this means for you. If you're recognizing multiple ways in someone's behavior toward you, you're probably dealing with someone who is genuinely attracted to you but is expressing it in sophisticated, understated ways. This indicates emotional maturity and suggests that her interest is thoughtful rather than impulsive. The most important thing to understand is that subtle attraction signals indicate genuine interest that's worth taking seriously. These behaviors require emotional investment and attention, which means she's not just casually interested. She's putting real energy into communicating her attraction to you. The most important thing to remember about these subtle ways is that they represent sophisticated emotional communication. When someone expresses attraction subtly, they're trusting you to be perceptive enough to recognize and appreciate their more nuanced approach. If you're interested in someone who's showing these signs, the appropriate response is to reciprocate with similar subtlety and gradually escalate the interaction in ways that acknowledge the attraction without overwhelming the careful dynamic she's created. Remember that subtle attraction often leads to the most meaningful connections because it's based on genuine interest, emotional intelligence, and mutual understanding rather than just immediate physical chemistry or surface-level attraction.